Good morning students. In last lecture we completed our lesson number 13 science 1, that is carbon and important element. Okay. So today we are going to start with our new lesson from science 1, that is lesson number 14, substances in common use. This lesson is again related with the 8th standard lesson, acid and base. Okay. So, see the first one, can you recall? Can you recall means what? These things we already learned in the last lecture in the last year. So, you have to give the answer. Okay? Or write down this answer in your notebook too. What is the first question? What are the important substances that we use in day-to-day life? For what purpose do we use them? This is on page number 150. Take out your textbook and see the first question. Okay. What are the important substances that we use in our day-to-day life? Which substance we are using in our day-to-day life? We are using salt, we are using sugar, we are using metals, non-metals. Then we are using whatever the foodstuffs. Okay, these things we are daily use for various type of the purpose. Okay. For using washing soda and soap for washing our clothes. Then we use sugar and salt for having or eating. Okay, these are some substances that we are using, and the uses are yes for eating purpose, for washing our clothes, for using as a utensils also. Some metals we are used as a utensils. Okay. Now the second question: how are the various substances in day-to-day use classified from the scientific point of view? Scientifically, we just classify these substances as three parts, that is acid, base and neutral. We already studied in last year what is the meaning of acid, what is the meaning of base, and what are the neutrals. Okay. So, now see the next point. We use various substances in day-to-day life. We have previously learned in some detail about a few of them, their uses and constituent and method and their properties and method of their preparation too. These things we already discussed. Now see, the name of a substance in everyday use are given below. There are some name of substances which we are using daily, every day. Okay, are given. Now we have to classify them into acid, base, metal, non-metal, salt and neutral. Now how to classify? I will show you these things right down in your notebook too. Okay, and these things we already discussed in last year. So no need to see this video and write down. You just first see the video very properly, understand it and try to write down with your own. Okay. Now, say some name of substances are given here. The first one is table salt. Means what? Table salt means जो salt table पे रहते हैं उसको बोलते हैं क्या? Yes, it means table salt means the salt which we are using for eating daily. That is the table salt. Okay. Then the next is soap, toothpaste, baking soda, water, curd यानी के दही in Marathi. Okay. Milk, alum. Alum means what? Turti in Marathi we are using for cleaning the water. Okay. So residue of water settle down to the bottom surface. Okay. So this is the alum. Iron, sulfur and washing powder. Okay. Now we have to classify it too. The first one is table salt. In the name itself salt is given, and for that reason it is in the salt. So write down table salt. Okay. Then the next, this one is completed. Soap. Soap is also in salts only. So keep it in your mind. If you have to divide it in salts, then soap is there in the salt. Okay. Then the next is toothpaste. It is also a type of a salt. So write down here toothpaste. Okay. Then the next one. Okay, baking soda. This property. In last year we already discussed baking soda is a base. Then water, you know that water is a neutral. Okay, so write down water. Sorry. Neutral. Then next is sorry. So we have to write here not neutral. We have to write here water. Okay. So your water is neutral. Then the next one is curd. You know that curd is acidic in nature. So write down here curd. In the curd, which acid is present? This thing also we discussed in last year. Very good. Lactic acid is present in this curd. Now the next is milk. Milk is also, yes, milk is also neutral. Okay. Alum. Alum is present in a salt. So write down here alum. Okay. Iron. You know that. Very simple. Iron is a metal. So write down here iron. Sulfur is a non-metal. So write down here sulfur. Washing powder. You are very well known about it. Washing powder is basic in nature. Washing powder, baking soda, these are basic in nature. So write down in a base washing powder. Okay. So these things write down in your notebook. First write down the substances and then classify it according to acid, base, metal, non-metal, salt and neutral categories. Okay. Again we'll see in acid they are having curd. Curd means dahi in Marathi. It is acidic in nature and in that lactic acid is present. Now the next is base. Baking soda and washing soda. These are the two substances which are present for the base category in these substances. Then the next is a metal. You know that iron is a metal. Sulfur is a non-metal. Then next is salts. In salt category they are having table salt, soap, toothpaste and alum. These are present in a salt category. Getting it? And the last one is neutral. When they are not having acidic property and basic property. Okay, their pH is 7. For that reason it is called as a neutral. So water and milk are neutral substances which we are using in our day-to-day life. Getting it? Hope you understand these things. Now the next is important salts in daily life. Which are the important salts in our daily life? The first one is salt. So what is salt? What are salts? So write down what are salts. The ionic compounds. The ionic compounds which do not contains H plus and OH minus ions and contain only one kind of cation and anion are called what? Yes, simple salt. Okay, so what is the definition for the simple salt? This definition is important for your exam too. So read it carefully and learn this definition too. So what is this salt? The ionic compound. Salt is a ionic compound which do not contain H plus and OH minus ions. Means it is not H plus ion is what? Acidic and OH minus ion is what? Basic. Means they are not acidic and not basic. Getting it now? Therefore your salt is neutral in nature. Okay. So obviously the ionic compound which do not contain H plus and OH minus ion and it contain only one kind of cation and sodium sulfate, potassium phosphate and calcium chloride. These are some examples of salts. Okay, now let's see the next one. Inorganic substances occur naturally in the form of salts rather than acid and bases. The inorganic compound which are present in our surrounding, it is in the form of salts only, neither acid and nor basic form. Okay, about 80 million tons of a salt are added every year to seawater, and for that reason that seawater is salty in taste. Okay, therefore the sea is said to be a rich source of salt. You know that. From where we get the salt? Yes, from sea, and for that reason sea is called as a rich source of salt. In fact, the sea is a rich source of several salts of various elements such as chlorine, sodium, magnesium, potassium, calcium, bromine. However, we also use other salts apart from these in our day-to-day life. Let us learn more about them. We are only using table salt for eating? No, we are using a mini salt in our day-to-day life. So which are they? So see, the important salt which is found in a seawater, means in a seawater only sodium chloride is not found. So many other salts are also found in the seawater. So which are they? See, the first one is sodium chloride, which we are using for our daily life as a for a cooking purpose. Okay, that is a salt means meat, which we are using daily in our diet. That is a sodium chloride, which we are found in which is found in a sea. Okay, now the next one is a magnesium chloride. This is also a salt which is present in a seawater. That is a magnesium chloride. The third is magnesium sulfate. Okay. Then next fourth one, potassium chloride. Fifth is calcium carbonate, and the sixth one is magnesium bromide. So apart from table salt, these other salts are also found in the sea water. Okay, so write down the important salt which is found in the sea water and learn the name of the salts. Okay, now prepare saturated solution of some salt and put in a 2-3 drops of a universal indicator in them and note your observation in the observation table alongside. Now on page number 150, the having one chart is given. Some readings are given to you and some you have to find it out. Okay, when you come back to school, we'll do this experiment in our lab. Now see, I'll give you the answers. You just write it down. Practically we'll do afterwards, but theoretically we just complete it. Okay, now the name of the salts are given, then original color. So we have to find it out the original color. Then color and addition of universal indicator. So I just put it over here, indicator. When we put the indicator, which color is there, then the pH value. So we are not added to C. So this pH value, and the last one is a nature. Okay, which nature is there. So the first one, write down in your notebook. Table salt. What is there? Table salt means sodium chloride. The original color is, you know that, colorless. Salt is colorless in nature. Okay, the original color is colorless. Color on addition of universal indicator. When we put the universal indicator on this table salt, their color is changed towards green. Their pH value is 7, and for that reason it is neutral in nature. Okay, it is neutral because the pH value is 7. Now the next is soap. So write down here soap which is colorless. Okay, when we put the indicator it becomes violet. So we have to practically do. Then and there only we got these colors, okay? But till that, just write it down. So, original color is colorless. When we put the indicator, then it becomes violet. Then their pH value is 13. So, you know that if their pH value is more than 7, then it is basic in nature. For that reason, you just write it down, basic. Okay? Or you just put over there alkaline also. Okay? Either basic, either alkaline. Okay? The next one is washing soda. Again, it is colorless. So write down washing soda, which is colorless. So write down colorless. When we put the indicator, it becomes blue in color. Their pH is 9, and you know that if their pH is more than 7, it is alkaline in nature. So write down alkaline. It means basic. Okay, one and the same. Then the next is baking soda, which we are using for eating purpose. Okay, so this baking soda, it is also a colorless. So write down colorless. When we add the indicator, it becomes greenish blue. So write down greenish blue. Their pH value is 8.5. You know that it is more than 7. And for that reason, it is again alkaline in nature. Then the next is baking powder. This is also we are using for hardening. Okay, this baking powder is used for making cakes. Okay, so this baking powder is again colorless in color. When we put the indicator, then it becomes blue in color, and their pH value is 19. And for that reason, it is again alkaline in nature. Okay, and the last one is POP. What is the meaning of POP? Plaster of Paris. So if the original color is again colorless, if we add the indicator, no result is there. It is having pH 18, and for that reason it is also alkaline in nature. Okay, so these are some readings. Okay, this write down in your notebooks. These are some salts, their original color, when we put the indicator, and their pH values are what is the pH value, and by using this pH value, they are in which nature, either it is acidic, either it is basic, or either it is neutral. We just find it out. Only keep it in your mind one thing, that when its pH value is less than 7, then it is always acidic in nature. If the pH value is 7, it is neutral, and if it is more than 7, then it is always alkaline in nature. Alkaline means what? Yes, alkaline means basic in nature. Okay, so hope you understand this point. Then the next lecture we will just see practically what is the pH value, okay, by using the pH paper, and I will show you the strip, okay, which we are used for finding out the pH value by using this indicator paper. Hope you understand this point. So write it down in your notebook too. The definition of a salt. Can you recall these two questions? Then the substances and their classification also write down, and this chart you just draw in your notebook and send to me on my personal WhatsApp number. Thank you and have a wonderful day.